I've been a Roblox developer for 4 years now. The first game I ever made by myself looked a bit like this. Nothing too special, but pretty proud of it for being my first experience. Sadly, the most things I was proud of are things I found in the toolbox that looked good in the game. So looking back, I guess there wasn't much skill involved. Every 2 years, I like to remake this game, just to see if my skills have gotten better and to test out new Roblox technologies like lighting. They've added clouds, they've added grass movement in the wind. They've added quite a bit of stuff. So seeing if myself and Roblox is going in the right direction. The second time I made this game, it looked way better. And there was still plenty of stuff to improve upon, but hey, at least this time there was no free models. This brings us to today, where we're building this game for the third and probably final time. And we're gonna make a lava zone. Most lava zones on Roblox is a neon orange floor with a black cracked lava texture on the top. I'm gonna try my best to avoid that. An asset pack will definitely help me stay on track and make a zone more personalized. So I guess we should hop on into Blender and get to modeling. Now I was thinking we should start off with 2 terrain pieces. Completely different from the previous ones we've made in this game. So far we've just recolored, retextured them. But these I want to be completely different, sort of more rock-esque, cliff sort of kind of thing. I think these will do. Rocks are a super important thing to have in every zone as well. Not only is it everywhere in nature, like if you go in your lawn, even your grass, you'll probably be able to find a rock. But they do add a bit of color variation in every zone, so it's just something nice to have. Let's make 3 of those. Now I guess it would be very hard to have a lava zone if you don't have volcanoes. You know, lava producers, we need those. I think these will do the trick just fine. I think it'd be cool to make like a mini version of these volcanoes as well. Some could have lava in them and some could not. And if they don't, we could just call them craters, but I think it would be cool to have later on for map variation. Now I plan to have gaps in the terrain pieces on the ground so the lava can be clearly seen through it. So we're definitely gonna need some bridges. Let's make 2 of them. I think a wooden one and a stone one would be cool. Just once again to have 2 different things, more variation the better. To wrap up the asset pack, dead trees. It's the same reason you need rocks in every zone. Trees are another supernatural thing, and they just look goofy. Like no tree ever looks the exact same. So they're fun to make because you don't have to be like super specific with anything, and they just help liven up a zone by adding 1 extra color. Now that all of the models are modeled, it's time to texture them. Now the build style of this game so far has been all gradients, which I personally love. A lot of people don't exactly love it, but for this map at least, we are gonna stick on that path. I think I wanna make 1 black version, or sort of like gray to black version, and 1 brown version, just like brown to darker brown. And I guess this is a key word in this video at this point in time, guys, variation. I also don't see too many lava zones on Roblox that are more colors than just black and orange, so this should be fun. Now that we have a textured asset pack, let's hop into Studio and get everything placed. The first thing we're gonna do is put a neon orange floor with a black cracked lava texture on it. I'm kidding. I feel like I needed to say I'm kidding. Guys, we are going to do the neon orange floor, but we're going to find more of a lava texture, not really a magma texture, or vice versa. We don't want any black on the texture. This water one actually works well for me. Next up, border pieces. I'm not only going to use the border pieces for a border, I'm also going to squish them and use them as terrain on the ground. I'm pretty much copying and pasting and then trying to add rotation, scale, and anything else to make it look like I didn't just copy and paste. It's working okay. I definitely love when you can use 1 mesh for multiple things. It keeps your map a bit more consistent and makes your life a lot easier. Now I'm building out this map, guys, and this border piece / terrain piece is not doing it for me. I think it looks fine, but squishing it down, I definitely need to make a more flat one. So let's hop back into Blender and get something else. My main issue was the lack of a flat area on top of these meshes, so these new ones should work perfectly. Let's go ahead and connect some of these terrain pieces with bridges just so it, I don't even know, just so it looks better and makes sense. A couple of each will do. Let's add in some volcanoes on the sides of the map, as well as the mini volcanoes / craters, just to add more variation into the map and make it look a lot better. I'd say it's looking pretty good. Let's make a rock cluster with the 3 rocks we made, and then scatter out some normal rocks around, and I think that's gonna help this zone sort of pull all together. I almost forgot the trees. How could I? Let's add those right now. I'm gonna be using Brush Tool. It's a beautiful plugin, guys. It automatically scales things differently, rotates differently, and it'll pick what mesh it's using. So there's no like brain tricks for yourself, because we usually make things symmetrical. And that doesn't always look the best or the most organic. So Brush Tool MVP for me. Now that the map itself is finished, let's add one more thing, sort of the icing on the cake in this video, if you will, to get this game a little bit closer to coming out, and that is UI. The new UI is finally done, and I'm real excited to see it in the game. The first version of this game we made 4 years ago. I made the UI myself, and it didn't look too bad at the time, but it's definitely outdated by now. The second version of the game, I hired a UI designer, and it looked great at the time, but now it just seems like too flat. Nothing really that I wanted to just carry over to this game. So I hired someone off of Discord and they just finished up. We're gonna drop it in and then walk around the game. I'd say overall the game is looking pretty good. The UI is definitely refreshing from the last two, as well as the map. Everything seems to be going a little bit better than the 2 previous times we've made this game. So with that being said, if you guys are excited for the game to release, let me know down in the comments below. It is gonna wrap it up for today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.